So basically, my name is Alex, just a little bit of myself. But before that, I think I do a disclaimer. Everything that we say today basically is based on my own analysis and interpretation. Please always seek out your own advice with your ERA trusted advisor. Okay, so key residences is actually located along Brookvale. Okay, so for those who are familiar with the area, it's actually in a very quiet enclave at Sunset Way itself. Okay, so Sunset Way, so this is just a interpretation of where the project is going to be. Okay, so basically it's a 10-story, sorry, it's going to be a 10 blocks of 12-story building. So you can see that this is the facade of it. Okay, so 10 blocks of 12-story, it's located on Brookvale Drive itself. It's going to have a 660 units. So this is quite a relatively big development. Okay, it has a very big plot of land, 300 over 1,000 square feet. Okay, it's a 999-year leasehold, okay, which actually starts from 1885. So we pretty much got a 800 over years lease left. Okay, estimated TOP is going to be like 4 years from now. Okay, ADP Architects, and also this developer itself is by Hoi Hub Sunway. Okay, so just let you a brief history about key residences. This is actually a en bloc itself by Brookvale Park, okay, 2 years back. So the developer, Hoi Hub and Sunway, actually purchased this. So they're going to launch a new project called Key Residences. So Hoi Hub is actually basically a very big developer, reputable developer, founded in Singapore in 1983. So 30 over years old. Okay, they hold a very big, diverse portfolio of property developments, from Enders hotels all the way to commercial developments in London. And recently, all these recent years, they've built more than 7,000 over quality homes. Recent developments like 100 Palms, River Cove, Sophia Hills, Whitley Residences. Okay, so for those who are familiar with Sunset Way or not so familiar with Sunset Way, so this is just an article to show that Sunset Way is basically going to be the new Holland Village or Dempsey, because over at Sunset Way, for those who haven't enjoyed, I really implore and all of you to go down and really just explore it itself. We got a nice cafes over there. We got a lot of eateries. So today, if you're looking somewhere for coffee, do drive by Sunset Way, so to understand the location a bit more. Okay, over there we have like bakeries, we have Fredos, we have cold storage, and even food centers down there. So in this place itself, it's not just modern cafes. You have your everyday groceries that you can actually purchase just at Sunset Way itself. Okay, you can see what we have: satay clubs, sticky bars, even your roti prata, right? Also Springleaf Prata House, Yasin Kampong Seafood, and Korean restaurants. So do check this place out because it's going to be really, really amazing. And also for pet lovers, for those who are looking for clinics and pet supplies, these areas where a lot of what we call pet lovers actually go down there for a lot of vet clinics and supplies. So this is something that you can explore, because this whole area is really a place whereby it's fully equipped with your groceries. You don't even need to travel out of Sunset Way. Okay, for those who don't know the location, Sunset Way is actually located nearer to Ngee Ann Poly, Ngee Ann Poly area, SIM area. So this is the plot of land. And of course, for those who are familiar, if you were to drive into Sunset Way, you have to drive past the landed properties to actually get into key residences. But the developer, has actually given up a plot of land, to actually enhance this whole area, with a new road that links all the way to Clementi Road. So this will be the shortcut. And if you guys are traveling down Clementi Road up and down, you already see that it's currently already under construction. So this will actually not only be for the project itself, but for this whole landed enclave, everyone can actually make use of this road that's given up by developer Hoi Hub back to LTA. So this is going to be a public access road, okay, a shortcut down to the development. It's a brand new road, so it's currently under construction. Okay, so this road itself, the red is actually key residences. Okay, so the road will be constructed from the side gate all the way to the main Clementi Road, which is like 650 meters. Okay, so there's this whole brand new road is up and coming. So this is one of the highlights of this project itself. Okay, so and also more importantly, I want to share with you four advantages, okay, and why we actually think that this project will be the next hottest seller all the way in the West. So first key, we'll talk about key because key residences start with KI. So we talk about our first key advantage. This project itself, it's a home for generations. This is a triple 9-year leasehold. Okay, so to put things in perspective and have some fun with it, what is triple 9-year leasehold? And we have like 864 years left. So this is basically, you live in the time of, in the past. Even the founding of America was like 500 years ago. So this is how long 800 over years, 500 over years is. Industrial Revolution, probably like 300 years ago. And founding of Singapore, we're a very young country at only 55 years old. So you can put in perspective how long is, 99 years or even 800, how long is triple 9 years and 800 over years of leasehold left. Okay, of course, we live in the times of great men. We have some fun. Michelangelo, he was like, in the 40s and 1500s. We probably still have 300 over years left. Galileo, we have 400 years left. And even Isaac Newton, okay, we were born in that era. Today, we still have 500 years of lease left. So why is it important that, we want to share with you this? Because, as moving forward, okay, there's a lot of times that we are not able to understand why freeholds and triple nines are of value. Okay, so with this, there's no pressure or in terms of what we call lease decay for a triple nine or even a freehold. So this is something that you want to buy, you want to pass down for generations. So the triple 9-year leasehold is as good as a freehold itself. Okay, and over time, you don't even have to worry, okay, about the lease decay. I think this is the main important aspects that we want to highlight to you. Okay, and I took out this chart. This is what we call the Bala table. Okay, this Bala table is actually used by SLA to actually determine the what we call differential payment, lease top-ups. So even SLA themselves, okay, they will probably use this table to show you how a leasehold price will be compared to a freehold price. Right? So how a leasehold will actually compare to a freehold. So usually for leasehold properties like 999, we probably won't see so much of the impact in the first 20, 30 years. But when you reach like 40 years onwards, you can see a very significant difference that the value of homes will, what we call decay because of the lease. If, there was no en bloc that happened, if there's nothing that happens, the lease will basically run out to zero itself. Okay, so this is just a representation of how actually even governments, they have to use Bala tables, which is a subject for a different time. Okay, but end of the day, okay, what's more important is that you know that you're actually buying into a place that doesn't subject yourself to this kind of what we call lease decay. Maybe let me show with you some of the examples, how this will actually affect the value of your home, over a period of time. Okay, so we pull out basically two projects, okay, to compare. One is what we call High Oaks. Okay, for those who are familiar, High Oaks are of course in the Bukit Timah area. Okay, it's a 9-year leasehold. Okay, over a period of 20 years. Okay, you can see that it appreciated. Yes, it did appreciate by, like 400 per square foot. But if we were to take Signature Park that is just next to High Oaks, okay, in the same location, in the same timeline, okay, it actually doubled. So you can see that there is a difference over time, over a period of 20 years. There is a superiority of a 999 or even a freehold over a 99 years. Okay, of course, it's a little bit far-fetched, but at least I think what we want to highlight is we don't want to reach till then we realize, right? So this is something that really, as of today, it's very important for me to highlight. And of course, another one, probably say, we want to cherry pick, but I don't think we want to cherry pick because we are really, we want to go into the facts and figures of what a 999 or a 999 value holds for you. So if we look at South Haven, for those who are familiar, South Haven, okay, it's a 999-year leasehold. compared to South Haven 2, okay, these are like 20 years projects. So over the past 20 years, you can see that South Haven 2, a triple nine leasehold, actually increased, price appreciated much more than the double nine. And this is over a period of 20 years. Okay, so over 20 years, you will understand that this is the kind of value that you'll be getting yourself into. Okay, and also just to reiterate this, okay, even the government themselves today, all our brand new government land sales, all our brand new land that Singapore sells, okay, they will only sell 99-year leaseholds. Okay, so triple nine years title and freehold titles will not be launched ready. Okay, so government will only sell land based on a 99-year leasehold because they have to plan for the next generation, legacy planning. So moving forward, you will only see 99-year leasehold launches, unless they are from en blocs. Okay, if not, if everything is from the government, it's going to be a 99-year leasehold. Okay, so even for the current en bloc, over the past 3 years, we had this en bloc fever. Okay, we only had now we're going to have a very limited supply of like 19 to 20% that is freehold. The rest are all leasehold properties. Okay, so this is how rare it can get. And also for triple nine and freehold, you can see that usually, okay, these plots of lands are all the very small, medium-sized developments. But for key residences, it's a very big piece of land, which is 660 over units. Of course, recently we also had a Foret that was launched at 600 over units. Okay, if not, you can see the rest are all like 50 units, 40 units in the west of Singapore. So this is really rare because we're talking about west area today. Most of the freehold lands are all in the prime areas. So I think at the end of the day, what we want to mention is that this triple nine and even freehold, you get to enjoy immunity, okay, in terms of its price. It doesn't have this lease decay, okay, less pressure during 30 years of age. You don't have to worry so much about the property prices. Okay, it's also for your future generations, because we want to buy a property, we also want to leave it for our next generation. Okay, and a freehold triple nine also retains better value than a double nine leasehold. And also based on the examples I've shown, prices actually appreciate faster, okay, over a period of like 20 over years. So this is something that one of the key advantages of key residences is that it's a triple nine-year leasehold. And second, what's the second important advantage? Okay, which is what we call the first mover advantage. So what does it mean? Because you see, we want to be first in a lot of things because you know that as time goes by, you will reap the rewards, over time, because property usually, appreciates over time. So why do I say that? Okay, this star is actually where our location is, key residences. So over the past 20 years, okay, this is the only new launch. Okay, so it's a very rare piece of land whereby beside we have a Clementi Park condo, which is like 30 over years old, and also a Fraser, which was launched in year 2000. So this past 20 years, there isn't a launch. So I hope you guys will explore this area because not many times we have a chance to even enter this Sunset Way itself to check it out. Okay, so why do we say first mover advantage? Guys, so you take a look at this. Okay, the star is key residences. We have basically on the left, you can see very big green plots of land. Okay, these green plots of greenery forest today. You can see that this is the master plan, the recent URA master plan. This whole place, zoned in orange, okay, is actually subject to future residential planning. So all this will be residential developments moving forward over the next 10 to 20 years. Okay, so this is all zoned to be residential ready. Okay, so they call this Holland Plain for those who are aware, and it's called Holland Plain. So this whole area, okay, it will be an area of development. So what will be developed over here? So in the Article 2017, okay, the government actually announced that they'll be launching approximately 2,500 units in Holland Plains itself. So that whole area itself, is designed as a generous water parks, sensitive to the environment. And I read the articles, they say they want to lower temperatures by like 3%. So these are things that the government is planning for Holland Plain itself. So why do I want to say about this kind of future developments? Because something's very important now here. Do you remember in year 2008, which was like 12 years ago, when government talked about Jurong Lake District? I think we're all here before, right? So we heard about all these things, but how does it relate and how does it affect property prices? Okay, at that time, okay, they mentioned they're going to launch like, wow, 20,000 housing. You're going to have a big commercial hubs, a retail space. But then, till now, they only launched approximately 1,000 units. Okay, but with all this kind of transformation and residential coming up, it actually pushed up prices quite a fair bit, quite a fair bit. So I'm going to show it to you. So you can see the resale market, even Westmere and Ivory Heights, okay, over the past, this is like a 13-year chart, 13-year chart, prices have actually increased by like 89% to double, right? Ivory Heights, all this, they actually double in price compared to the general URA, property price index over the past 20 years. It only increased like 18%, but Jurong area, okay, probably doubled. Okay, so this is how transformation, can give you a boost in your price. Okay, so I think today knowledge is very important. Sometimes we try to predict, but of course, it's not easy. But we always try to take reference from the past because it would somewhat, turn out similar. Okay, we have witnessed this many, many times before. So we also want to take out this what we call a case study from Holland Village transformation. Okay, Holland Village, a place whereby you have a lot of clubs and entertainment bars and of course eateries. So from there they had an announcement that they're gonna make use of this site, for more and more entertainment and to rejuvenate the area, right? So this is what we call the Holland Village extension, announced in 2014. So 4 years later, 2018, okay. Somebody bought it, right? So somebody bought it, they launched it. Okay, Faiz bought it. So it's called One Holland Village. And the prices there were sold for 2,006 to 3,002 per square foot on average. Okay, Holland is just like, I can say, a 3 to 5 minutes drive from Sunset Way. Okay, just a 5 minutes drive from Sunset Way. And it already hit like 2,006 to 3,002. And more importantly, it's a double nine. Okay, and 90%, okay, you can see, this is from the news article, 90% of them, okay, are actually Singaporean local buyers. Okay, so when this happened, when One Holland Village launched, how does it impact the surrounding? Okay, so One Holland Village is down here, okay, on the left. So we had developments like Liden Residences and De Liden just in the vicinity. So how does it affect their prices? You can see, based on 2013, okay, 2013 to 2018, because of the cooling measures, it actually had a slight, drop, right? Because of cooling measures. But when it was announced, okay, 2018, so from 2013 to 2018, okay, it actually went up by approximately 30% after the announcement. Okay, you can see, this is a very clear indication. Okay, it went up by around 30%. This is De Liden in the vicinity itself. And not just this project. Okay, we don't want to cherry pick. Other projects, for example, Liden Residences, Parvis, Ford at Holland, Liden 2, comparing from the year 2013 to 2014 period, everything went up, right? From between 12 to 26%. So all this kind of transformation do boost home prices. Okay, so take note why we always want to talk about transformation, why we always want to talk about what's up and coming, because it will directly impact prices. So what is even nearer at heart to key residences? Okay, in 2014, okay, there was actually this plot of land, that was zoned for hotels. Okay, this is at Bukit Timah, the Beauty World, Jalan Anak Bukit, just right opposite Pei Hua, the Shell petrol station. So there's this plot of land that was gazetted, for hotel developments based on the 2014 master plan. But there was a big change last year. Okay, there was a big change last year. This plot of land had actually changed its use. The government changed this plot of land to what we call a integrated transport hub. So it turned blue. So from orange, it actually turned to blue, right? So this whole area, okay, is going to have a very big groundbreaking, what we call catalyst transformation to actually push up prices around the vicinity itself. So what is it going to be? Okay, so the future blueprint for that. Okay, so this is the future integrated transport hub. Okay, so in Singapore, there's only 10 integrated transport hub. To be an integrated transport hub, it has to have bus interchange, fully aircon. It has to include MRT stations, commercial development, shopping malls, and residential. So this whole area itself, okay, will be the 11th integrated transport hub. Okay, from here you have community centers, your sports halls, and it's directly connected to what we call Beauty World MRT. So all this will actually spruce up these whole areas and the property along the area. Okay, so the launch was actually they actually tendered. I mean, they already opened up for tender. The tender will actually close next year in March. So this launch won't come so soon. You probably launch like maybe 2022 or something. Okay, because only next year, then March they will close for tender. Okay, so this will be actually one of the biggest transformation you will get in this area. Okay, so you can actually gain what we call first mover advantage by actually knowing what is happening around, right? What is happening around, so that you can actually make use of it, tap on its potential, tap on its potential. Okay, and the third key advantage, I want to highlight is what we call hidden demand. Because the question is today, whether I'm buying for own stay or whether I'm buying for investment, one fine day, on average, local Singaporeans shift house 7 to 8 years once, So every 7 to 8 years, sometimes, maybe you make more money, you want to upgrade, or you just want to change because of children's schools, or or any other reasons, right? So around 7 to 8 years later, you want to know where and how, who are we going to sell this to? So I'm going to show you this chart. Okay, this is what we call a chart. Just to show you that the blue line actually represents private property prices. Okay, and the orange line actually represents HDB prices. So you can see over the past few years, basically the private property line and the HDB line, they actually go in the same direction. But I think this gap today, you can see private property price are rising. Okay, and HDB prices are somewhat, what we call a stagnant. Why? Because I think I see this gap as what I call a gap of what we call a knowledge gap. It's a gap whereby they start to understand the effects of HDB lease decay after 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. And then a lot of the demand has been gravitated towards the private property. Okay, so this, I think we are all not too late, because we want to buy something not just for a home for ourselves. We also want to understand that when we buy a home, we want this value of the home to be protected. Okay, you can see that this widening gap only happened in 2017. Okay, and moving forward, okay, I do foresee that it can only widen. Okay, it cannot go back to the same as the past already, because you cannot unwind knowledge right now. You can only move forward with knowledge, and that's why you will see the price disparity between HDB and private property prices will continue, to actually what we call widen. Okay, so you can see over the past 20 years, okay, the red line represents a private property, what we call home ownership. So today, upgraders trend, they are moving towards buying a private property. You can see that a lot of people are buying property, private property. Of course, HDB, due to an increase in population, and also, when you're young, you just want to buy a home. Yes, there's an increase, but I can see that that's a stark difference between the home ownership of private property 20 years ago and 20 years today. Okay, you can see that this is where people are heading. It's a trend, 20 years trend. Okay, I don't think we can use 1 or 2 years, because a trend, it's very clear. 20 years, where is it going to hit? And also because ERA has lots of projects, we actually want to take out data to see who are these people buying, where do they come from? Okay, so based on View at Kismis, a launch that we had by ERA, Midwood, Park Clementi's, Mayfair Modern, these are all projects all the way from Bukit Timah to Clementi's. This whole area, who are the people buying? So when we pull out the statistics, you can see most of the people that are buying properties in this area come from District 22, 23, and 24. So these districts are from where? From your Jurong, from your Choa Chu Kang, from your Bukit Batok, from your Bukit Panjang. Okay, so this is where people come from. This is their address of where their current residence is. When they're buying like View at Kismis, you can see 27% of them. If you add up everything, District 21 is at Hillview area, Upper Bukit Timah. This whole areas, it makes up like 40%. Even Clementi, who is buying Clementi? People from Jurong, Bukit Batok, they are buying Clementi in big waves. Okay, even Mayfair Modern, Mayfair Garden in Bukit Timah, it's also people staying in the west area. Okay, they are really believers of the west area. And of course, Midwood at Hillview, you can see 60% make their purchase. They're all staying from the west. Okay, so who are all these people? 85%, 84 to 85%, of buyers today are actually local demand, local Singaporeans. Okay, so we have not even included whether is it PR or whether is it foreigners, but I think the demand today really comes from Singaporeans, 85%. So it's not foreigners pushing up prices, it's local Singaporeans. Okay, so we have to put things in reality. So Singaporeans make up 85% of today's new home sales. And of course, a recent article by DBS states that strong condo sales targeting HDB upgraders will continue to be sustained, because these are where people are coming from. Okay, you can see this year, year 2020, which we're going to end soon, and next year, 2021, you can see that this will be the people, what we call a 5 years MOP HDB upgraders. They will be the one, okay, not everyone, but they will be the ones that usually want to upgrade their lifestyle, right? So if you add up these 2 years and even the third year itself, you can see, okay, there's a lot of HDB that will reach its 5-year MOP. So usually when they reach this 5-year MOP, they would want to search for a house, and then maybe they'll be sitting on some paper gains. Over time there's always inflation. So that is where they want to reach out, and to buy a home. So you look at the numbers, it's around like 25,000 to 25,000 to around 35,000. So remember the number. Why? Because this is the whole Singapore. Whole Singapore, every year we have around 25,000 to maybe 30,000 HDB MOP every year, around 30,000. But this is not as big as what I'm going to show you, okay? In the next few years, okay, this is something that definitely a lot of people would not, be able to see this coming. But in the next 8 years, okay, this place is called Tengah. Tengah is a new HDB town as big the size of Bishan. Tengah, of course, it has launched in phases, but they're going to launch and they're going to have 40 over 1,000, okay, new HDBs in the area. And they will MOP in 8 years to 10 years time. So in the next 8 to 10 years, this place, 40 over 1,000, you will see a lot of new home owners that actually reach its MOP. Just now, the chart I showed you, right? The whole Singapore, we only had like 25,000 to 30,000. But just in the west of Singapore, this new estate called Tengah, okay, will have 40 over 1,000 HDB. So this will be where, a lot of people will actually come up and say, hey, I want to buy something. So where would they want to buy? If they want to buy only like, long-term, wealth, what we call protection, wealth accumulation, they want to buy a 999 leasehold, a freehold, okay, they really don't have much choices. Not even in Jurong. Okay, so they have to come over to areas like Key Residences, Bukit Timah to look at freehold and 999 leaseholds. Okay, for those who are not familiar where is Tengah, so this is just a screen image of where is Tengah. Tengah is this whole estate on my right hand side. It's in between Choa Chu Kang, Bukit Batok, and Jurong West. Okay, so this whole area, okay, offers you more than 42,000 residential dwellings. It is also going to be the first car light city, right? So all the cars will be underground. So this whole area, it's where all the HDBs will be launched, and then within the next 8 to 10 years, they will reach its 5-year MOP. Okay, so this is a very big potential that not to be overlooked, not to be overlooked. And of course, the fourth key advantages, about this whole area is that, when we talk about the West, because there's a lot of hidden growth potential in the West of Singapore. Why do we say that? Okay, this is a recent, out that we took up, the URA Draft Master Plan 2019. You can see CBD basically is in the center, right? We all know CBD, Raffles Place, Tanjong Pagar. And we also know Jurong Lake District will be the second CBD. Okay, so I think, ladies and gentlemen, this second CBD, is a very big word, okay, that the government use. I think it's very different from what we call regional centers like Woodlands, regional centers like Tampines. So this is a CBD. Okay, CBD is a central business district. So a second central business district, that has a lot of employment, okay, infrastructure. It requires a lot of all this to support. So this is part of the government's effort to decentralize the central area. Okay, and because of that, so over the past 10 years, you can see for Jurong prices, not just Jurong, from the west of Singapore, okay, prices actually went up by around 7.1%. So this is the compound annual average rate. So 7.1% over the past 10 years. It actually outperforms, Okay, most of your suburban areas on average, okay, your what we call OCR, 4.4%. So you can see that the West region, okay, because of its boost of its second CBD, prices actually went up quite a fair bit, quite a fair bit. Okay, and also a recent article, it states, time to look for the West for opportunities. Why? Okay, as mentioned, this is the second CBD, and this area itself, the government has planned, for a lot of employment growth of more than the 300,000, what we call employment growth in this area itself. And if you want very good rental use, okay, you can see this article here is a bit small, but I'm just going to share with you. So over the past, let me see, based on the median Q1 this year, okay, on average, a West region gross rental yield of 3.1%. So it's a very big, very high rental yield in these areas because usually people want to work, in the West, they want to stay in the CBD areas in the West, right? So this is something that you can look at. And moving forward, you guys know that in the west of Singapore, we have the north-south, the east-west, and also it's connected today with a downtown line. Okay, there's going to be more Jurong region line MRT, and of course the Circle line itself. So total of 5, MRT lines will be connected in the west of area all the way to all parts of Singapore. So this actually boosts a lot of accessibility. Like this article mentioned, it actually boosts connectivity and it saves like 30% of time. So I think time today is of essence. It saves up a lot of time. So people don't mind staying, in the west because of all this connectivity. And of course, we know high-speed rail currently postponed by Malaysian government, but I think this initiative is being postponed. Doesn't mean it will not realize. I believe it will still be realized because it's a very big project. Then Jurong itself will be a hub, whereby it's connected all the way to Malaysia. So high-speed rail, wait for it. It will definitely come sooner or later. Okay, so that's why we say don't want you to miss out on this big growth potential. So in summary of this, you can see the Jurong Innovation District. Okay, over on the left, it's all your commerce, Jurong, your Tengah, which I mentioned about, your 40 over 1,000 HDBs, your Jurong Lake District, second CBD, even your Tuas Megaport, over the next 10 to 20 years, everything will be shifted here. And what we call your One North Business Hub. Okay, from here, this is where all your tenants will be. They want to stay nearby these areas. Okay, so you have your Biopolis, your Fusion Polis, your Media Polis, right? So you have your medical, engineering, and also media. So these whole areas, we are right in between all these actions. So ladies and gentlemen, we have the growth potential from Beauty World to Jurong Lake District to One North. Okay, so this is something very, very exciting that I think you guys don't want to miss it. Because end of the day, let's look at it in reality. If we were given a chance, okay, 20 years ago, if we can rewind time, and we ask you guys to invest in places like Marina Bay, what would you have done? Right? I believe you definitely, take out, your dollars to invest, right? Because this is why, we want to talk about the future, because we always relate things to the past. So if you give it a chance today, okay, given all this potential, we haven't even talked about, the Greater Southern Waterfront, is something that you can actually explore. So I think these are the 4 key indicators that why this project is something that you should explore. Okay, so I think I'll go a little bit into the project itself. So key residences is the address is on Brookvale. So this is the plot of land, okay, overlooking what we call Bukit Timah Hill and also the landed properties. So 660 units, the bedroom starts from 2 bedrooms to 5 bedrooms. So there isn't this 1 bedroom types. So it's meant for what we call the own stay market on a very big plot of land shared over 1,000 square feet and in the tranquil Sunset Way enclave itself. This location is 1 kilometers to Bukit Timah Primary School, and of course within 2 kilometers to your Clementi Primary, MGS, Nanhua, Peihua, Peitong Primary Schools. And also your tertiary, okay, it's just next to Ngee Poly, SIM, Singapore Poly. So for those who are actually looking to buy these areas, your kids have grown up, it's pretty much like one bus stop or maybe just walking distance to all these tertiary. We have also very prestigious Odyssey Preschool down at 4th Avenue, okay, NUS, and of course business schools like INSEAD. Okay, so all these tertiaries educations are all mainly located, in this area. Okay, this article I dropped from the Expats website. So you can see that a lot of international schools are actually located around the west of Singapore. Okay, you can see we have our You have our Canadian, we have our Dulwich schools, we have our German international. So they're all located in this whole area. Okay, from Bukit Timah all the way downtown. Okay, so this whole area. So that's why a lot of expatriates, they want to move into places like Holland, Sunset Way, because they're working nearby. They send their kids nearby, and it's very convenient. So that's why they're all accumulated around, they're skewed towards these areas. So for the concept of key residences, okay, what is the concept of this? Okay, the concept of it is basically it's near to nature, okay, because it's surrounded by a lot of greens. So instead of the urban, wrapping around greens, this time around we have greenery wrapping around the development. Okay, this project itself, it's inspired by Japanese, so it's a Japanese inspired concept, okay, whereby it has a lot of green, serenity, exclusivity. Okay, they just want to let nature, just wrap around this development itself. Okay, and this keyword, represents elements, that you can see the concept later. I'm going to share with you. Okay, so the first key, just their concept. First, they talk about qi, right? Your energy. Okay, they want you to live well. Okay, they want to live well in this place. They also talk about nature, your mu, your natural surrounding. It's covered 35% of the grounds, the facilities. You have your seasons, okay, whereby you have up to 50 facilities in key residences, and also your vessel, right? Your qi, your vessel, your qi guan, right? Your vessels, your housing. We want you to live inside a multi-generational. You can have big homes, you can have small homes. It's all in key itself. Now, this is the site plan. You can see that key is like all in a single file. They're all in a single file. Okay, these 10 blocks. Okay, no blocks faces each other. So I think this is one of the uniqueness, that all blocks are what we call have very good views, and there's technically no bad units. So this whole length of it is like 300 to near 400 meters, 385 meters to 400 meters. You can see, so it's one single file. It's not like those projects whereby a lot of clustered. You open your windows, you see your neighbors. None of this sort. Okay, some of the key features is that first, it has two side gates. One side gate all the way can walk out to Clementi Road. It's also Singapore's first condominium that has underground bin center and substations, because we understand that clients sometimes, we don't want to face, things like that. So in terms of design wise, Hoi Hub actually got permission from URA to get the bin center and also the substation all underground. So you technically don't see it on the site plan. Okay, so you can also see this pink color track. You may not be able to see it, but it's a jogging track around the development, approximately 900 over meters. So for those who are keen on lifestyle, you can actually jog around the development itself. And this development on the south facing, it actually faces a lot of landed properties. So it's all your low-rise, 2-story, bungalows in this area. So for the south facing units, you will see all these bungalows, unblocked view. Yeah, this is how it looks like. So key residences on the right. So you get a totally unblocked view, okay, for your south facing. This is all your bungalow areas. Okay, this estate is actually highly sought after. You can see the price of HDB there are like 700 to 800. Now today, I think it's also 900,000 already. Okay, so you get a lot of good quality demand, good demand for even HDB in this area, and landed prices. When we look at the past caveats, the entry price for a landed property in this area is already 5 million. On average today, we look at what is available today, there are bungalows selling between 8 to 10 million. So those people that love this location, they understand the value of it. Okay, it's not easy to enter this place. You can see $5 to $8 million. Then you will be, able to enter a residence in the midst of a Sunset Way itself. Okay, so it's a very, what we call a private property space. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Sorry, so this is how it looks like. This is the south facing of the landed properties. So for the high floors, you get an unblocked view, overlooking all your landed properties. This view is really a view that everybody loves. Even the north view, you can see, okay, it overlooks greens all the way to Bukit Timah Hill. Wow. So whether it be it the north view or the south view, you will get totally unblocked views, whether is it the greeneries or is it the landed facing. So every unit has a view. So in terms of its architecture, okay, it's 100% in its north-south orientation. Okay, no overlapping blocks as mentioned. You don't look into each other. Okay, you have a top floor and ground floor units of a higher ceiling. The facade of it, it's a more in the natural color in gray tones of brown and greens. Okay, it also have Juliet windows inspired by the old European design, what we call Juliet windows. And most of the bedrooms, they have this what we call top hung windows that you can open. So during raining seasons, you still can open up to air the place. So what's the Juliet window about? So for those who are keen to know more, you can Google. So Juliet windows are actually inspired by old European Juliet window designs. Okay, it's basically all these kind of fins that you see. Yeah. Okay, so your bedroom itself, you have full length glass windows. So this is how it looks like. Okay, you have full length. This is from the internet. This is not the development itself. So this is what we pull from the internet. So in all bedrooms, you have this full glass where you can slide open, and yet you can see this fins that looks like it mimics the design of a balcony. So you can open up fully, and you will think that hey, there's a balcony in front. So this is just a design. Okay, all units have a balcony in the living area, but for the Juliet windows, they are for the bedrooms, and then it also have the top hung window. So even when it rains, you can actually, of course, close your sliding doors, but you can open up your top hung, for ventilation. So this is something unique that you don't get in any development. Okay, so the Juliet window is something that you may want to just Google and just appreciate it online first. And of course, the Grand Entrance Plaza, because this development is inspired by Japanese, so we call this word Enzo, right? So it means circle. It's one stroke of seamless, what we call enlightenment, strength. Okay, so this is their concept for key. So as you can see that this concept is also in its grand entrance itself as Grand Plaza. You can see just one stroke. This is the drop-off area for key residences. So this is how it looks like. Okay, very, very big and grand drop-off. Because I really love grand drop-offs. I don't like those very small, where your guests don't have space to mingle. So this is where, this is how grand it is. So one continuous loop, for your visitors with water features. Okay, and the landscape itself with more than 50 over facilities, I cannot go into the details, but in summary, this whole place we have movements, what we call movement zone, tranquil zone, flow zone, flavor zone, spirit zones, forest zone. So every part of it, regardless of where you are staying, you will be enjoying some of the facilities around the development. Okay, so I'll just share with you some of the highlights, like the tranquil zone. Okay, you have a lot of what we call looping, from visitors where they can drop off with water features. Okay, you can also have shabu shabu, right? Because Japanese, they like all the shabu shabu. You have an induction cooker, around the pavilion itself where you can enjoy good food. Movement zones, okay, where your kids can actually have fun down here. Kids play area, jacuzzi. So this is on the extreme left-hand side of the development. Okay, you also have a tennis court that is a sunken tennis court, like 3 to 4 meters below the land. So it's a sunken tennis court. So these are areas of what we call movement. Okay, forest areas, definitely where you want to just have some peace when you go back home from a hard days of work. You want to enjoy the greeneries. We have your foot bath, forest vines all along the development. Wood zone, okay, we have what we call a lookout deck, right? A lookout area, okay, whereby you can actually just relax and enjoy, the facilities and just zone out. Guys, we like to zone out, just zone out, have peace over there. Okay, movement zone, okay, you can see there's like this what we call trampolines around, and also something unique. It's called glamping. It's like camping, but it's called glamping. These areas are whereby you can actually enjoy. You can book the facilities. Okay, so this is where we call movement zone for a lot of kids to expand their energy. Kids they need to expand their energy. Okay, and of course for adults, you can have a media room. You can have your singing, your KTV, watching movies. There is what we call a media room as part of the facilities. Okay, and the circle zone, this is the Enzo clubhouse. You can see again one stroke of a round what we call clubhouse area. There is also a conservatory right in the middle of the development. Sorry, right in the middle of this clubhouse. So you have a function room 1, function room 2 that can combine. Okay, and all the way you have what we call a gym. Okay, a cantilever gym that actually when you exercise, you can actually face the pool. Okay, these are things that you can actually get in the development. So this is how it looks like from the gym. You can actually see all the way your 50-meter lap pool. So I think it's a very good place for you to exercise. Okay, this is the function room. Okay, so function room 1 and 2 can actually be combined. You can have dining with your guests and looking into this area here where there's like a tree. So for those in our show flat itself, there's also this a little bit like that, for you to take a look. So you can actually check out the show flat in November. Later I'm going to share more about that. So it actually goes round this tree itself. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So this is the tree conserved. Okay, around sitting areas where you just enjoy the moment. Okay, so summary of the clubhouse. You have some majestic trees that were conserved. Okay, let me see. Yes, you have 2 function rooms. Okay, that you can combine. 2 rooms that you can combine to a large function room. Very high double volume lobby. Very grand lobbies. A cantilever gym. Okay, and the colors itself, of course, it's in gray and brown, so it's very nice. Okay, flow areas. Okay, we have what we call cascading waterfalls where you can just relax. You have retreat ponds, pond steps. What we call a leaf trellis. Okay, so these are the facilities around the pool. This is how it looks like. I can see cascading waterfalls, the pool. So a lot of nature, a lot of lines that are drawn very nicely, very architecture. This whole place. Okay, spirit zone. Wow, spirit and flavor are places where for those who want to do your qigong, want to enjoy your tai chi, everything, you want that energy to flow. These are the areas, they have a lot of space. You can see there's very big fields for you to do all your exercise. Okay, so this is where you gain a lot of energy. But of course, there's a different kind of energy. Those that like, to have a lot of friends, chill out, want to drink sake, that will be another energetic zone right now. So there will be a basement, what we call Aji dining room, houses 10 to 12 guests. You can actually do private dining. We have a private chef. This is a small kitchen area whereby you can actually cook. You can hire a private chef to cook for your guests. And behind, you can see, okay, it's not just a wine chiller. Behind this is a wine cellar. Okay, inside it, okay, you can actually book with the management. Okay, it can house up to 1,800 bottles, okay, of wine. If your house is not enough space, they're going to give you a really full-fledged wine cellar with climatic controls. Okay, so this is something that I think is very thoughtful by the developer. I don't think you can get this in Singapore. So behind, for those wine lovers, you guys can actually explore this. So this place is really made to be a home for you to enjoy. So going into a little bit on the technical specs of the development itself, the unit types. So as mentioned, this project, it comes with a 2-bedroom. The smallest size we have is 700 square feet. So we do not have those Mickey Mouse units whereby you rent out and then you have a lot of people coming in and coming out. So we do not have that. So 2 rooms is the smallest size. We have 180 units there. And you can see majority of it, it's 3 rooms. Okay, 3-room compact from 861 square feet to around 1,004 square feet. So 3 bedrooms stands the majority. We do have 85 units of 58 units of 4 bedrooms. Okay, and also special 5-room units, but we only have 4 units of this. So if you're looking at 4 bedrooms, sizes are from 1,002 onwards. Look at 5 bedrooms, 1,008 square feet onwards. Okay, so this is the breakdown of what this development has. Okay, so attention to details, I really like it because when I check out the show flat, I can see that the store is all seamlessly, floor to ceiling, all flush with the wall. It also have this what we call a DB cabinet, your distribution box cabinet, whereby the developer is very thoughtful. They have this small little opening whereby when you come home, you can put your keys, on the table, just throw it down here. But of course today, it's all usually digital locks. So maybe you can throw your car keys here. Yeah, your car keys when you come home. This is all thoughtfully planned for by the developer itself. And something important, okay, every unit has a storeroom. So I say again, every unit has a storeroom. Okay, not a home shelter, but a storeroom. Inside this storeroom, the sizes are estimated 1 meter by 1 meter to around 0.9 to 1.2 meters. So it's a storeroom itself that it has a very what we call heavy duty hinge that you can put a lot of things onto this door. You can see you can put detergent And inside, you can have your storeroom. It's a real storeroom. It's not just like any home shelter, but it is a storeroom by itself. Okay, so I'm going into the floor plans whereby the two-bedroom, we start from 700 square feet. So this is the smallest unit you can get in terms of two-bedroom. And you can see that the master room, okay, it can fit king-size bed, okay, even, a king-size bed and two side tables. So you see, today I think space is important. So even the developer understands the space is important. So we want to give you very big rooms. Okay, so for two rooms itself, what's unique is that even for the kitchen, you can see it's all what we call, it will be enclosed. It can be enclosed. So a lot of people want this kind of enclosed kitchen. Okay, it has a balcony, okay, and a store over here. You can see a very small store here, around 1 meter by 1 meter plus minus, a storeroom here. So this storeroom acts as an extra storage. For ladies, you want to put extra shoes. For men, you want to have your whatever called golf sets. Everything can go inside. Even your luggage can go in. Okay, show flat wise, we have three types. We have a two-room, we have a three-room and a four-room. So I'm going to show you the two. We have the 2 plus study. Okay, the size will be 743. So what's different is that there's this additional study over here. Today, based on all the pandemic, we really appreciate having a study. Okay, a study for your kids or even for yourself, right? So this is where the extra space lies. Okay, with a bathroom over here and one more master bathroom over here. Okay, so 2 toilets and a study. Okay, the rest will be pretty much similar for the 2-bedroom. Okay, in the show flat, this is how it looks like. Okay, the developer actually adds in provisions like this. There's glass, there's this what we call top hung shelves. Okay, and also magazine, what we call open shelves for magazine, or you can put anything you want. So this place is for magazine. It also has provisions of your oven, built-in oven, and a built-in fridge. Okay, so these are all provided by the developer. Okay, and also a 2-in-1 washer dryer for the 2 rooms. Okay, you also have a seamless large format engineered stone top with backsplash. Okay, so this is all provided. It also has a cutlery tray drawer. When you open up, you can put all your plates inside. It has a saucer rack drawer and also a magic corner. Sometimes at the corner, very hard to reach, right? So developer also have this internal magic corner in terms of its cabinetry. It's all designed well and proper. And of course, above the washer dryer, all these shelves are also provided, concealed inside this cabinet. So your guests will not be able to see it. So all this will be all concealed nicely and provided for by the developer. Okay, for its bathrooms, you can see that you have quartz finishes, quartz stones, some what we call storage behind the mirrors. Okay, you have a vanity pull-out drawers. Okay, vanity top. Okay, open side shelves. So this is what the master looks like. Okay. And also for some of the units, they do have provisions for the 2 and the 3 bedrooms. The cabinet that's beside your wardrobe. This is something very special. Beside the cabinet, you can actually open up. I only see this in high-end projects. It's a cabinet. You open up. There's a mirror over here. So you don't have to buy your own mirror already. The mirror is installed inside the cabinet. So when you open up, there's this mirror over here. And inside you can have your what we call perfume, your sunglasses, you have to put your neckties, everything is all hidden inside this component down here. Okay, you can actually have hooks and racks for your scarves. So it's nicely hidden. So when you're at the show flat, do remember to open this space. Okay, it's a very nice space that you should explore. Okay, so for the 2 plus study, again, different types of layout. This layout itself, okay, it has a study in the master because the 2-bedroom, right? So just now the study was actually in the living area, but for this, the study is inside the master room. So you can actually see this master door is down here and the study is here. So either A, you use it for a study, or B, I think ladies, you would like a wardrobe down here, right? So it's really flexible for you to decide, what you want to actually do with this space. It's so total it's 753 square feet. So take a look at this very nice study inside the master. Okay, for the 3 rooms, okay, the sizes start from 861 square feet. Okay, when you enter, let me see where's my entrance. When you enter, okay, it's down here. Okay, you have a kitchen that you can actually close up as well. So you can actually have a closed kitchen, a 2-side kitchen. Okay, you can see the master room. Similarly, it can fit 2 bedside tables, and one of the rooms you can also fit a queen size bed, yet still with what we call your bedside table as well, okay, for your second room. So this is the smallest 3-room that you can get in this development, 861 square feet, okay. 2 toilets, master, and also the common bathroom. Now, for the slightly bigger 3-bedroom, okay, the main difference will be you get a very big, third bedroom, okay, compared to just now. So you get a bigger third bedroom. If you want very big sizes, you can get this master, this type C2, master big, bedroom 2 big, and bedroom 3 also big. You can see even all the bedrooms, you have these Juliet windows, which I mentioned about. Juliet windows, you can actually, it's a full-length glass that you can slide open, full-length glass that you can slide open. And at the top, at the corner, you have those top-hung, what we call top-hung windows that can open and air the place. Okay, so this is what you can get in all the rooms. Okay, see, even the master also have Juliet windows. Wow, this is fantastic. Okay, very efficient layout, and this layout comes with a yard. Okay, this comes with a yard. Okay, a bigger yard. So that makes the size difference. This has a yard down here. Okay, and a store. You see a store down here. Wow. Okay, the other one, what you get, it's let me see, this layout just slightly different in terms of the kitchen layout. Okay, kitchen layout and the location of the store. Okay, the rest you will see is the same. The sizes of the room, they are very similar. So this is it's the 980 square feet, with the balcony. Very squarish, no wastage of space. This is the show flat. This is the one with the utility. This is the trim with utility. Okay, what's the difference? You get a kitchen down here, closed concept, and you have a utility room, in the center with a yard. Okay, because why? Sometimes this is actually a very preferred layout by a lot of projects. Okay, they want this utility to be in this part of the house because either you have a helper that is very near your kids, or B, you really have storage that you don't have to go all the way back to the kitchen that is dark and damp, right? So you want it to be inside inside your house itself in the center. Okay, so this space itself, you can really explore. So this is really preferred by a lot of buyers in our past projects. So this is a 1109 square feet. Okay, so as mentioned, the extra space will be the utility area. Okay, and the show flat itself, this is I think my favorite. This is a show flat itself. It's a 3-bedroom plus utility. Okay, the main difference of this layout you can see is this kitchen down here. This kitchen this is a signature floor plan layout by Hoi Hub. This area itself, the kitchen, okay, it celebrates it as part of the living. You can see the kitchen down here. It can be closed up. And this, later I'm going to show you a picture, is all glass. So for those who like to bake, you can actually bake at the same time. You can actually look into the living area and also go out to the balcony for parties, at home parties. So this is something that is very, very nice and unique. So the layout in the show flat, you'll be able to see this. Okay, so a lot of cross ventilation. Okay, when you open up the balcony, you can also open up the back where you have cross ventilation. This gives a lot of air into the unit itself, because usually it's only one side of it. Now it has 2 side windows. Okay, so this is one of the layouts that you might want to explore. Okay, something unique and special. Okay, again, it has a very big master, and yet you can fit a dressing table. So that's why I think this size is really something that everybody will be looking for. The 1173 layout, which is actually our show flat type. So this is how it looks like. This is just a photo. Okay, this is the kitchen counter. This is glass. This is glass with shelves provided. You have a freestanding fridge as well. Okay, provided as provision, freestanding fridge. So as you can see, as you bake, you can watch your kids run around, or you can watch whatever your favorite movie, together while you're baking. And then from this, you can see you can walk out to the balcony area as well. So it's really like a landed home, in the condo. You can walk out and come back from the living area, right? You can just go around in circles. Okay, so this is you can see this in the show flat itself. So this is another photo of how it looks like. Okay, 2-side kitchen. Okay, large format stone countertop and backsplash over here. Very nice. You have your sauce racks as well. Okay, for your sauces, your cutlery racks. So all these are all provided. Okay, so you can feel free to open up all this cabinetry. Okay, so a 3+ utility, another different layout. Okay, for those who probably don't like that, they want a more typical ones. This is a 3+ utility, a typical kitchen with a utility at the back, because they say, hey, I'm not used to having a utility inside the middle of my house. Then you will get this kitchen and a utility that is a bit more conventional. So you get this very longish, squarish living. Okay, the rest pretty much similar. So the main difference will be the utility and also the kitchen itself. Okay, so the utility is at the back of the kitchen. So these are for the all-time favorites. 4-bedroom sizes from 1249 square feet. Okay, 4-bedroom, of course, with the additional bedroom over here. Okay, sizes from 1249. And 4-bedroom onwards, you do get marble flooring, for the 4 and 5 bedrooms. Okay, so you get marble floorings for the 4 and 5 bedroom onwards. So you also get a utility and a yard and a big kitchen over here. Okay, so this is the 4-bedroom type. Also, I like this with the what we call dressing table in the master. So if you want to go bigger, we do have bigger units. Okay, 4-bedroom utility again. Okay, a slightly different layout. For those who like, just now I mentioned the signature layout where you can run around the kitchen, go to the balcony, to the living and run around again. Yeah, this layout we do have in the 4-bedroom layout. Okay, from the 3-room we have, 4-room we also have. Okay, so this is the signature part, the kitchen itself. Of course, it comes with a yard that is nicely hidden at another corner. The yard and utility is hidden in another corner. So it's a very big space over here. Okay, similarly, your 4 bedrooms and your master is down here. Okay, so this is the layout that, it's a signature 3-room layout. So we do have it in the 3 and 4 bedroom as well. Okay, the show flat type, this is another different type of kitchen layout. You can see that the 4-bedroom, we have an island down here. Okay, this is also the show flat. You get an open island, okay, right in the middle of the living area. So it's a very beautiful. I'm going to show you one of the photos. Okay, this is the island that everybody wants. Okay, so there's a wet and dry kitchen, they call it. Okay, there's also a wine chiller down here, freestanding fridge, and the utility is at the back of the kitchen. So this is the 4+ utility, 1,475 square feet, and it comes with a walk-in wardrobe. Okay, walk-in wardrobe for this, 4+ utility. Okay, master room, similarly, king size with a dressing table area, long bath, and a storeroom. You see, the storeroom is always this extra little room down here. So all units have a storeroom. Okay, so this is how it looks like. This is the actual photo of the show flat. Okay, this is island area. We have large format engineered stone counter, splash tops, all the way, behind. Okay, so very nicely cladded. Okay, you can see all the carpentries are all in a brownish brown theme. So this is the show flat of the dry kitchen. So this is another angle. Okay, this is another angle you get. So what's this? This is the multi-purpose preparation counter over down here. Okay, you do see that they also provision this kind of small little storage space for your wine glass, countertops down here. So it's all provided. Okay, integrated fridge, full length. It's all inside here. Okay, integrated down here. Okay, you can see there's a integrated wine chiller here. Okay, provided on the island. Okay, you have a lot of drawer. At the side, you have open shelves with a power outlet. So this is where you can do your sous vide, or you want to charge your iPad while cooking down here. There's a power socket. All, I think, well thought of by the developer. Okay, so this again is the open shelf. Okay, all provided by the developer. Okay, so this is another photo of the kitchen. Okay, your drawers, your cutlery, backsplash again. Always like to mention backsplash. A very nice design. Okay, freestanding washer dryer and a fridge. Okay, so this is for the wet kitchen. So you can have an integrated fridge in front for your your daily food, and also your heavy cooking. All your cold food can actually be in the wet kitchen. This is another photo of the what we call the wardrobe. The side wardrobe. There's a swing door. Laminate. When you open it, there's a lot of internal shelves that with all these very nice lights. You can put some of your branded handbag, your sunglasses. And this is the mirror I'm talking about. This is the mirror. Okay, pretty much a full-length mirror, so you don't have to purchase any mirror for the development. Okay, you can hang some scarves down here. So this, remember to open the cabinet. Remember to open the cabinet. So for the walk-in wardrobes, for those 4-bedroom utility and above, you get a walk-in wardrobe. Okay, this is all in dark bronze metal finish. Okay, you can see a lot of hangers down here. Even for long dress, for ladies, you have long dresses. One area is catered for long dresses. Okay, shelves for your towels. Okay, even your compartmentalized accessories, drawers are all provided by the developer. Okay, it's all down here, all provided already. So this is the walk-in dream walk-in wardrobe. Now for the mega, the big, very rare, only 4 units. Okay, only 4 units, 5 bedrooms. Okay, 1,008 square feet and above. Only 4 units. This will definitely sell on the first day. Okay, so just a quick run through. 5 bedrooms. It has a junior master ensuite. It comes with a private lift, a island kitchen open countertop, your wet and dry kitchen. Okay, it has a utility at the back. You also have a powder room. Okay, for your guests. Okay, a powder room doesn't have shower. It's just a powder room. So 2 rooms on your left and 3 rooms on the right. You can see common bathroom. And then, wow, this is a dream, not even a walk-in wardrobe, it's a dream wardrobe. In this whole master room, you can see how big this size of this master for the 5 bedroom. You can have king size bed here, your wardrobes are down here. Okay, and you can still have a study area or dressing table down here. Okay, this is how big the room is. If you remove this cabinet, I think here you can do a lot with this room. Okay, so this is something that is a dream home for many because of the size. Okay, it comes with a big balcony as well. Okay, so this is the 5 bedroom. Okay, do always reach out to your ERA trusted advisor to actually get the floor plans for this. Okay, the biggest of the biggest, 1,009 square feet. One additional thing, the study. Okay, so it has a 5 bedroom plus a study, and this study there's a door to it, so it can really be a study, or you want to make use of it as a playroom, up to you. So this is a 5 plus study. So this is the breakdown of some of the floor plans. Okay, I really all these are very exciting to me. Okay, so in summary, okay, the storeroom, it's in all units, 1 meter by 1 meter or 0.9 to 1.2. So it's all units have a storeroom. So this is something unique. Okay, common bedrooms are usually they're able to fit a queen size bed. Okay, 2 side tables. Okay, the master room all can fit king size bed and 2 side tables. Okay, comes with a balcony. Let me see. Important ones. Juliet windows for all the bedrooms, like a balcony feel. Okay, so the signature layouts will have the balcony all the way to the kitchen. So the ones that are signature layouts. So end of the day, I think all comes and boils down to this thing called the price, right? So end of the day, we want to talk about the price. So how much would it be? So if you look at currently, okay, we have launched Verdale, View at Kismis, Daintree. Today, they are transacting on average 1,006 to 1,007 per square foot for a 9-year leasehold. This has already been transacted. So we put out data, from the ERA or project site. So this is all has been transacted. So by right, a freehold and 999, there should be a differential premium of around 15%. But statistics being statistics, and as a home buyer, I always want the best for myself, right? So let's just say that there's a premium of 10%. Okay, we'll be looking at prices approximately 1,008 per square foot. Okay, so this is if we factor in a 10% premium. Okay, 1,008 per square foot. Okay, so if you look at what has been transacted so far, 99 years, Daintree, View at Kismis, all the nearby projects, they're all transacted 1,006 to 1,009 per square foot. Okay, 1,006 to 1,009 per square foot for 99-year leasehold projects. They are not even 999, they are not even freehold. So these are already prices that people are willing to purchase. So I think at 1,008, I think it's fair, right? I think it's very fair. But I'm also a bit, kiasu and things like that. I want it to be as low as possible. So what if I told you that prices could start from 1,006xx? Yes, okay, you hear me right. Prices could start from 1,006xx, usually hovering around the 1,007 plus minus range. Okay, so if you're hovering around 1,007 plus minus, that's why I think I always say that. I always tell our agents that this project itself will sell by itself because you will be buying a 999-year leasehold at a 999-year leasehold price. Okay, I say again, you'll be buying a 999-year leasehold, as good as a freehold at a leasehold price. Okay, so this is something exciting that we want to bring forward to all our customers. Okay, so at 1,007, let's not go too low. You'll be probably looking at 2 rooms ranging from 1.2 million plus minus. Okay, I've been looking at a lot of properties in this area because I'm also staying in the West. It's not easy to get a freehold at 1.2 million. Okay, 700 over square feet. Okay, even if you look at the resale market, okay, old projects like Signature Park, you really have to go for like 1.2 to 1.3 million dollars already. Okay, for 3 bedroom, okay, it starts from maybe 1.4 million to maybe around 1.8 over million for 3 rooms. Again, I'll be actively looking at even units to invest in. You can see even the resale market, they'll be going like 1.8 to 2 million already. Okay, so this is how a new project stands out this time around Key Residences. 4 bedroom, even more exciting. Okay, entry level probably 2 million to 2.1. Maybe on the high floors you get like 2.2 million. So 2.2 million, I think it's a very good price, because if you look at Bukit Timah, a 4 bedroom resale 18-year-old project will already go for like 2.6 million onwards already. Okay, that's a 4 bedroom. By Key Residences, you'll be buying something like 2 million to 2.1 to 2.2 million for a 4 bedroom. Okay, now of course you have your mega 5 bedrooms, not much to compare, but maybe in the 3 million to 3.4 million range. Okay, so these are just price estimates. Don't quote me, because prices may change. Okay, prices may change, subject to change. Okay, so I have to do a disclaimer first. Subject to change. Okay, but this is something that you guys want to explore. Okay, so in summary, this is a 999 leasehold. Okay, you also get your first mover advantage. Okay, you get to celebrate life with a lot of lush greens and get to enjoy nature and unblocked views itself. Okay, so I really think it's really a good time for you to enter. Okay, because this is a low entry price for a 999. Moving forward, I can guarantee you 100%. Okay, we will not get freehold 999 at this price already. Okay, you only get 999. So with this kind of prices, you're actually entering the market, at a leasehold price, with huge potential upside, which I mentioned to you just now before. Okay, so do check out our preview, targeting 20th of November. Okay, do reach out to any of our ERA, trusted advisors. Do let them know that you are keen to just visit the show flat, to visit, to see and take a look and feel what Key Residences is about.